Hi everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Lori. Today I am so excited to talk to you about the incredible experience I had shopping at Louise Carmen in Paris. I've only known about Louise Carmen for a little bit over a month, but that was enough for me to go headfirst down the rabbit hole into exploring these magnificent journals. I reached out to Louise Carmen to let them know that I was coming to Paris, and they were kind enough to offer me an invitation to come to the store after hours and meet with their store manager, Andrea. He walked me through the process of picking out these beautiful notebooks, and I have it all recorded for you. This is a long video, so I have timestamps below. You can jump around. The first part is an introduction to the store and to Andrea and the start of choosing my notebooks. Then we switch to an overhead, and I have about 30 minutes of footage of the actual process. It may seem tedious to some people, but it was really interesting for me. I love watching Louise Carmen unboxings and watching how people are using their Louise Carmen notebooks on TikTok, on YouTube, and on Instagram. Can anybody relate? I have been so far down this rabbit hole. It was an absolute dream to be there in person. So I have that whole experience. And then because I went in the evening, they prepared my notebooks for me the following morning. So when I went back to pick them up the next day, there was a line out the door at the store. So I didn't want to take a lot of time to film there. And I also wanted to get to know the notebooks. I've seen so many unboxings and they've been really helpful and fun, but I wanted to show you how I'm actually using these notebooks. I've only had them for about 5 days, but I have put a lot of time into setting them up and thinking about the functionality of them, and I think you'll get a lot out of that in this video. I'm going to share with you how I set them up, and I'm also going to include how I added a few more inserts to the Honore, which typically holds 4 inserts versus the Road Book, which holds 6. If you want to follow along my journey here, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I plan on doing a bunch of comparison videos between Louise Carmen, Paper Republic, Plotter, and Traveler's Notebook. I've been really loving modular systems lately. I'll explain more in the video. Without further ado, let's jump back in time, back in Paris. Oh, I wish I was still there. And we will go to the Louise Carmen store and I will share with you my wonderful experience. I hope you enjoy it. The shop is now closed. I just went for a cocktail. My cheeks are red. I'm coming back and I'm going to meet Andrea. I didn't want to be hovering because I wanted to give him time to do whatever he needed to do. I am just so grateful that they were kind enough to meet me after hours. I am here at Louise Carmen. This is Andrea.
Hello, everyone.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's a little shop. They have all these gorgeous, where do I begin? I'm between the Honore and the Road Book. Those are the two I'm contemplating.
So medium size.
Medium size, yes. And I'm thinking about the new brown.
We call it the Brun Camargue because Camargue it's an area in the south of France, and it's like a parc naturel, national park. It's like you have a few in France, and Camargue they have like those white horses.
Oh,
that's kind of the color of the horses over there.
Gorgeous. I like the red as well. I'm a little tempted by the red because I feel like that's very Parisian.
The red?
Yeah.
What is cool about the red and in big term like with the bright colors, it's that they're gonna age in a really nice way. So when it's dark, the patina is just gonna get kind of shiny and varnished. And with the bright colors, it's really
Yes, that's incredible.
The saffron is really pretty.
You would not even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the red I love, is once it patinas. I have watched so many videos online, and it's beautiful.
It's just like a Bordeaux, you know.
Wow,
really
it's hard to believe. So it starts like this, and about how much time before it gets...
So it really depends how you use it. If
Yeah.
you use it every day, like the first 6 months, you're gonna see a huge change, and then in a year, it's gonna be completely different.
Wow. I plan on using it every day.
Yeah, so
I'm torn.
At first, it's gonna get a lot of scratches and everything, and then with time, we have like a leather lotion, and just all the little scratch can go away, and it's gonna get this really nice shiny aspect that you have.
So beautiful.
For the medium, you have 3 different ones.
Okay.
The first one, which is kind of like the original, is the Road Book.
Mm-hmm.
And the Road Book, it comes with 3 notebooks. You can add up to 6, and then it's the classic leather jackets.
Beautiful.
So That's really the one that you need if you need lots of notebooks inside.
It's gorgeous.
Then you have the Honore. The Honore, it comes with 2 notebooks. You can add up to 4, and here you have a pocket like this with a pen holder.
I like that.
This one is really, really cool, very practical because not a lot of people need more than 6 notebooks.
Right.
And then the pocket and the pen holder is so practical.
So I don't know if a fountain pen would fit. I'm not sure,
wow,
but at least it could go in here.
Yeah, but I mean, this is really elastic, so we can check if it's...
I was curious about that.
It's kind of large, but yeah, sure.
Oh,
perfect.
that makes me so happy. Beautiful.
And the white with the brown.
Yes, I'm more of a neutral girl. Like
Yeah.
I like, these are the colors that I like.
It's amazing.
Brown. That's gorgeous with this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm going to show you later. We have a paper that is perfect for waterfountain.
Okay, well this makes me really happy. And I know a lot of people who watch my channel like fountain pens. Oftentimes when we buy notebooks, the pen holder is too small. So that's perfect. So people will be happy to know
this
that.
one is actually very elastic.
Yeah,
At
that's
first,
wonderful.
We were also like, oh, maybe it's going to be small, but then it fits like all kind of...
Wonderful. Yeah, and this is like I think an average size pen. Like this is a larger one.
Okay.
That might be pushing it.
Yeah.
But we can see, this is... Oh my goodness.
Well,
that looks beautiful too.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm very happy about that.
All right.
Okay.
So the third one that we have, also just to show you, is the organizer. And the organizer, it comes with 1 notebook. You can add a second one here.
Yeah.
And here you have all the pockets for cards.
Nice.
Pockets here, and that's a little like document holder.
Okay. But I can get this if I order, once I put the portfolio in, that will give me more options, right?
Sure. So the portfolio is practically like everything that you see in the organizer.
Oh, I see.
So you see, you have like the cards holder, just like this.
Yes. This is beautiful.
Documents. And what is very cool also is that you have a pocket that encloses.
More pens.
Traveling and more pens as well.
Stickers, yes. This is beautiful too. This is one I was thinking of also.
So we have more for the Honore, no?
I think the Honore. Yes, I think that's a good fit for me. I'm trying to eliminate the amount of notebooks I walk around with, because I have so many to just keep one. And are they the same in length? Everything's the same length this way?
No. So the Honore is going to be the largest.
Okay.
Longest.
Oh, even better.
It's just...
Okay.
It's not that much, but you do have like maybe like 2 or 3
No, that's important to
centimeters.
me. Okay,
And
that's good.
It can be important if you're adding notebooks.
Yes.
And this one is smaller, but this one is more to carry out documents and just...
Yes, that's too minimal for me. I wish I didn't have so much junk with me all the time, but...
what is cool is that you can put up to 4.
Yes.
If you need to change them, you just like remove them and you put like new ones. Depend like if you need to work. If you
I
need
brought
to...
like a little Paris notebook with me. It's a little small, but I thought that this would be cute. Like it could just fit right in there. It's a little bit shorter, but that would work.
It's okay. Most of the time it's the same height in this model, and then what can be different is that it can be a little bit larger, and also here. So our notebooks are pretty thin, but it's still 64 pages. Yeah. And I do not Honore notebooks; they are really large.
Right. Okay. This is the one.
Yeah. Regarding the color,
I think this is the color. This is the hard part.
And you can still have a look at the red.
The red is just so striking.
You want to see the military?
And the military green, let's see the colors.
So military green is very special. It's the one that's going to age the most. Like, you see, it starts like this, and then it gets like this.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then look at this with that.
Yeah. That's
Is that what you have?
So I have this one for like maybe 5 years. My best friend, she offered it to me when I was going to Australia. And I was so amazed that it started to change the color. And look at now, it's so different. Yeah.
It's even different from this. It just
so the small one, it's always like in your pocket or anything, and so the patina is 2 times the way it is on the medium one because it's in your pocket. There's like friction with other fabric.
Interesting.
And that's changing a lot.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, this is where it's hard. Andrea, I don't know. This is what I came in thinking.
Yeah. If you want to do a medium, we can go with this one. And if you want a smaller one, And one of these two.
One of these.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, because I tend to like neutral colors.
Yeah.
Although this would be beautiful here too. But I think this is what I came for, so I think I should stick with this, and then maybe I'll do the Ernest in one of these smaller sizes. Although I'm very sad handing those back to you.
Do you want to have a look at the portfolio? Or?
Yes, I definitely want a portfolio. Oh my goodness.
Some colors. Huh?
I love it.
A few ones.
Yep. Gold. I'm a little tempted by this too.
So we have kind of the shiny ones.
Yeah. And I'm not going to do these.
Okay, perfect. I love that.
The gold is a
elimination
maybe. And I'm not going to do this one.
Yeah.
It's so nice to be in person. I've thought of this so many times.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to see it like with your own eyes also, it's
yes.
also different.
To compare. Oh.
This one is a little bit special. The leather, it's called like an Old England type of leather. And then with time, so the white is going to slightly go away for some very light brown.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would definitely
It'd be beautiful with this, wouldn't it? I do like these, but it was the red metallic that this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. Oh, but you do have it in the smaller size.
We do have it in the
Is this pocket or Ernest?
That's for the Ernest. Because the pocket is, I'm going to show you later, it's a little bit
smaller. I think this is gorgeous. Okay, well, since you have that here, that might be a sign for the smaller one. Okay, what do you like?
So this one for sure, I think it's a really classic.
Beautiful, very gorgeous.
Put this together.
Oh,
and
that's beautiful.
Because it's going to get also a little bit in the brown, it's going to be definitely a good match.
Yeah.
I think the gold is a big classic. You can't really miss with gold. But the thing with gold is that with time, it can be a little bit like, when it's going to pop up each time that you open it.
Is it like a little too much, like a little bright?
Yeah. But there is something to do if that happens. If it's too much for you, you can just put it like on the second notebook. You just put it inside. Like this. And so you don't have this like...
Oh, it's a little bit more subtle.
Yeah.
Oh, instead of putting it on the outside.
Yes.
Oh, that's smart.
So I think gold is a bit classic. I also like the Blue Lagoon.
I like the blue and brown together. Yeah. That's really pretty.
And this metallic, in the blue, it's
gorgeous.
Of course, you have less light than the gold or the Liberty.
Yes. I think I am between these two.
Yeah.
This I think is really beautiful, the pink, but I feel like I would get that dirty.
It can get dirty, yeah.
I feel like
although it's inside the notebook, so we tend to say that it's a little bit protected.
I did like this with the military green too.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I feel like this one's really pretty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a special one, the Liberty. Also because like it's a different type of leather, and see like the texture is also very different.
This looks nice with my pens as well, because I feel like the gold competes with the gold here. But I do like that gold. But if we go like this feels soft and classy with all the different pens too, right? You think that's a good fit?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. How many times a day do you do this?
Well, it depends. Like some people, they take like a long time. Some of the other are more precise in what they want and everything.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot, so I didn't want to like take too much of your time.
No, it's fine. Sometimes we take like 1 hour with some people. And
that's what's beautiful about Louise Carmen,
and
right? Because you have all this time.
So different, so.
Okay, I really love this. I know I'm probably going to end up having more than one eventually. So I think this is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a very good match.
I love it.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for being so patient.
Oh, it's okay.
More choices.
Yes. That was the second one.
Yes.
All right. So the next choice is the color of the car.
Yes.
So that's something you can try to match it with the portfolio inside. But remember that when it's on, you don't really see the portfolio.
Okay.
And when it's off, you don't see the car, but you do see the portfolio.
I see.
So you have all those. we tend to say like the classics or like the Bordeaux. It's so like very
That's
classy
exactly
and
what I
really
was
nice.
thinking. I liked, and then it would pick up a little on there.
Yeah, and then the light pink is also really nice with this one. You have the navy, the orange if you want to do electric or...
Yeah, I think I'm between these two. No, not the red, the pink.
Okay.
I do like these two.
Mm.
And that is nice with that. And then the orange is actually nice too.
It is, yeah.
It feels like fall. But like you said, I shouldn't put too much stock in how much it matches that, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's important, I understand. Huh?
And I can always swap that.
For me, the Bordeaux, it's really, really cool. It stays like in the classy kind of notebook. The orange, it does bring like a little bit of madness and, you know...
Little
like,
fun, the
little
contrast.
fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think because it's a classic color.
I might want to see charms
Sure,
to see, because maybe depending on the charm I put on the front,
Yes.
that might, but I'm down to those two colors.
Sure.
So,
We put them on the side and...
okay,
check
it's
it.
definitely between those two. Thank you.
Yeah, it's the whiskey.
That's the whiskey. Wow, these are gorgeous.
So, it comes with two notebooks, you know. And we have the dotted paper, then we have the plain pages, we have the white. So this is the white that is really nice for watercolor. Because that's going to be 120 grams.
Okay.
And that is it's 100 grams.
Both okay for fountain pens?
This one is better. This one is better. This,
But I do like the cream with this.
yeah.
Doesn't that look pretty?
You can do a mix.
A mix. And I like the black too. I think
The
that's
black is
kinda
really cool.
Just
Yeah.
because it's different. I have so many notebooks.
Really?
I do.
And I'll just show you. We also have a
I do
to-do
want
list.
this.
Yeah.
I definitely want that just because it's different. I think I'm gonna do the dot
Yeah.
and this one.
Mm.
Can I buy an extra one?
Sure, of course.
Okay. Maybe I'll try a plain white extra.
So now we can do an engraving. Yeah. So you can do two engravings from here all the way up to here, and then inside like this.
Okay.
Okay. And we just have like a 15 characters limit.
So it's my 30th wedding anniversary.
Okay.
Was on the 25th.
Really?
Yes.
It was yesterday, right?
Yes,
Oh,
I
wow,
was
happy
with that big storm. We were out to
Oh,
dinner,
wow.
and the storm came through. It was great, but we had just arrived in Paris, so it was very
Okay.
special. I was thinking of doing the date of my wedding with no hyphens, just the numbers in sequence. I think would be kind of fun. So it would be 062595. I was thinking of a heart.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe putting 30 for 30 years, but if we're adding too many characters, I think I'm going to do my name on the front as well.
But it's okay because you can go up to 15.
Oh,
with
up to
this one.
15
Yeah.
per. Okay.
Yeah. We do have some special characters. Dots.
Oh,
italian.
pretty. That's nice. Oh, I do like that. The star's pretty too. But I definitely want the gold.
Okay. So the time we do it here, but that also can give like something.
I think I'm going to put my name here,
Yeah,
or my
and-
initials here,
Sure,
and then
and
this
then
is
this
a little
is
bit more like personal
It
on
is,
the
yeah.
inside is what I was
Perfect,
thinking.
yeah.
Or my initials are just LAT.
L-A?
Yep, Lori Ann, and then Tata is my last name. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I think it can be nice because also if we're adding dots, the letters are going to be a little bit like...
They won't be so cramped
they won't be
together.
so close.
Okay.
So that can keep something nice.
Okay.
Also on the side, because on the side, it's nice to have some length.
Okay, I appreciate that. Perfect. Okay.
So with the 3 dots?
Yes.
Okay.
It's really pretty.
Okay. So that's for me the 30 would be really nice for like another one.
Okay.
And yeah.
I think that's nice. Okay, perfect.
And where do you want it inside?
Up here, would you say? What do you think?
That can be nice because it's going to give balance to the
Yeah,
to the
with
one,
the so my name.
So you have something like this,
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty.
and here you have something like that going up.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
And we stick to gold for the inside.
Yes.
We can go to see the green now,
Okay.
but my call would be if you want to do another one, maybe we should keep like the gris for the end.
Okay.
And we do like the step that we did
The same as we did.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
then we see for the two the gris.
Okay.
Or you prefer if
No, that's okay. I'm just I'm thinking about the Ernest. Whatever you suggest.
I think it's nice because the green, it's like...
That's like a can of worms.
And
it's
like the end and you're like enjoying and...
Okay, understood.
So
oh, beautiful.
We also have those.
That's so pretty too. I have so much black in my wardrobe. I usually love black, and I think this is nice with this. Don't you think?
It is.
Yeah, I'll do that one.
That's
beautiful.
Oh, we can check maybe. Well, if you want to see the colors that we were looking at first, that's the military green. That's the red.
I think I have to go red. I don't know.
I think the red also with the...
With that?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
That's nice.
I kind of like the mix between the two.
I think the red. I think the red.
I think it's a good choice. But because also those two colors are very similar.
Yes, and I tend to be so neutral all the time that I want to push myself to go red.
Yeah, this I really see like the forest, and you know, it's like we're walking into the forest and you see this kind of...
I'm not that much of an earthy girl.
This is a little bit like...
Yes, I love this. Do these work together, do you think?
For me, those are just maybe when it's going to age.
Yeah, that like once it ages, it will be... And this, you're saying, kind of ages a little bit faster even.
Yeah, it does, yeah. It's gonna be like
I like contrast, yes.
And even like we are looking at the whiskey as well.
That's
the whiskey,
pretty.
it's
Yeah.
really nice, just like that.
You don't have like a black patent leather like this, like a shiny black?
No, we don't really have a shiny black. The closest to it is going to be the Lagoon, and otherwise we have also just black like this.
Just plain black. What about the gold with this one?
Oh, gold and red is always a good match.
It's pretty classy. I think I'm leaning... How much is the portfolio on the smaller size?
It's 110.
110.
So the pocket, it comes with one notebook. You can add a second one. And here you already have like, you know, the card holder here, the pocket, and the little document holder.
Yeah.
That's also a really
This
nice,
is a little bit larger though, right?
Yeah. It depends how you want to use it. If it's more for writing, the Ernest is better. This one, it can work also as a passport holder.
Oh, and this has a pocket right here.
Yes.
The Ernest. Oh, I like
Just
that.
like the Honore.
Maybe no portfolio.
Okay, sure.
Which is crazy because I always opt for more. That's my nature. I think no portfolio.
You saw the colors, so and it's good to see them like in person.
Oh yes.
So you can know in case you need to add bits. So back to it. The color.
Okay. You know what would be nice is if I did this and the red, the insert, and then did this on the brown. And then that would tie them together too.
Oh, you mean you can do like...
Oh, I can do the opposite.
Up, this here.
And that's kind of fun.
And then this here.
That's
I had two people, they were just married, and they did something like that. Well, me with the red, I'm a little boring. I use the Bordeaux.
This is people like that?
Yeah.
Common?
I think now for me it's the one that matches the most, because otherwise if you go for something
nothing.
and the same, you also have the kind of same
I'm between
spirits.
that and the brown on this one.
Yeah.
And I actually do think that it's hard for me without knowing what the gris are that I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
To know the color, but for now let's say brown.
Yeah. So in this one, it comes with 2 books as well, and you can choose if you want the dotted paper or the plain.
Okay.
So you have only 2
I'll do one
options.
of each.
One of each?
One of each. Thank you.
So that's it.
I wasn't sure I was going to get an Ernest, so that's why I wasn't prepared for this one.
Take a minute to think about it.
Okay.
Because once it's like engraved, it's like a tattoo. You won't remove it.
True.
So that's why we say to people if they want to come back and do more engravings, they can do it. And it's,
Okay, definitely do gold.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think of La Dolce Vita.
Yeah.
For the sweet life. I think that's really nice. On the red,
Like this would be cool as well.
Maybe on the inside, just because it's
Inside? That's the inside.
Oh, this is the inside, right?
That's the outside.
Oh, that's the outside.
That's the
Oh,
inside.
okay.
Because here you have the flag just like this.
Oh, I see. The flag is here. Okay.
And you can see that it's because when it ages,
Yeah,
see this
oh.
part is kind of protected. So
I
it's a
see.
little lighter.
Okay.
And if you do that with that, you're gonna have like half the page is gonna be brighter than the other one.
Put it on the outside, right?
Yeah.
Because why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah,
That's
nice.
fun. I like that.
And I mean, it's also like La Dolce Vita. You have to be like.
It's just kind
it's
of fun.
Italian,
It's my red book.
yeah,
It's yes. I mean, let's do it. Yes.
Do you want to do all of lowercase? Or
All
maybe
lowercase in gold. Yes.
And if you stay a little bit in Paris, if you think about anything, you can come back and we'll engrave it.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I think it's time. We can take a break.
It's Gregory time. Okay.
Yeah, it's Gregory time.
All right. I like the Italian horn on the side.
On the
That's
side.
got to go on the side of this one.
Sure.
I know that for sure. My sign is Cancer. Yes. There we
Sure.
go. Oh, this is just going to be my little Italian book.
Yeah.
Oh, see the thing on the front. Also, for my anniversary, 30 years is pearl. So I thought in my initial, but on the side, maybe. That's a maybe.
Okay.
This is so funny to me, the Italian horn.
This is the chili from like south of France.
Yes.
Like Espelette.
Okay.
And so most of the people they think it's a
They
chili, but
think-
it's actually a horn. Yeah.
So growing up, people in my family had the Italian horn on, the
nice.
Italian American. But this just is nostalgic to me.
Yeah.
So I do love that. I think because we spent our 30th anniversary in Paris, I have to do the Eiffel Tower. I know, so cliche. The blue is actually a little pop of color, but that would be pretty if I did this.
Turquoise.
Right? The turquoise. I mean, this is more my style.
Yeah.
Those three on the
think
side.
The three, like they go well together. The blue, I really like the blue Eiffel Tower.
That's really
Although
pretty.
it's not very blue in
The
real
Eiffel
life,
Tower
but
is
yeah,
not
it's
blue,
not
right?
blue,
That's really pretty. Where's my little insert to
just put it
see?
in this.
Oh yeah, I'm curious how, because that's pretty together too.
Okay.
Or I think I'm leaning towards this. I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
With the gold engraving here. It's
Yes,
pretty
with the
nice.
gold. I just need to find what goes on the front there, huh?
So, we're for this one?
But I have all gold.
Yes,
I have all gold.
but there is for me it's a really nice thing also to mix. So,
Huh.
I know that it's
All
tempting like
gold's
to put
nice.
everything in silver or everything in gold, but you do have a certain like kind of charm to mix both.
I mean, I mix on my own
Yeah,
rings. I
and
switch it
those
up.
are a little bit more special because it's kege that we designed in Bali. So it's made by hand. It's in silver. So it's more like a special piece that we have.
Yes.
I mean the brown and the little shell here.
It goes nice with
It's
this.
really nice. Yeah. So for me, it's not a big. You have also some white here. It's not a big deal to mix, but I can understand that if it's
How does that one look?
in yellow, just like gold.
Goes with the gold nicely. That's nice too. That is nice. This was initially what I wanted. That is nice because that's the special one. Ooh, that would be too big over here. Maybe.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
okay. I've
it's a
seen
little.
people, they put like really large things in.
Yeah.
But this one is really nice as well.
That one
It's
feels.
a little bit smaller.
It's a
but
little smaller, but nice. And I could actually interchange that. That could go on this
Yeah,
as well if I
definitely.
needed to.
Yeah.
I feel like I like this one.
I think that's something special to it as well.
Yeah.
This is maybe a little bit too much yellow and into colors. That's really cool, but there is this thing about mixing
The silver. Yeah, it's not the biggest deal, but
yeah, for me this one is very special. You have this, the details in the stone. It's agate. It's really
I think
cool.
that's gorgeous. I think that's really pretty. Are there other ones like that?
They're all different. So
They're all different. Maybe.
Actually received some today.
Oh wow. Okay.
Larger, I'm gonna have things like this.
Ooh. That's pretty. That one leans a little black. Ooh.
Although it's a little bit more into the white. The other
That one might be pretty over here.
Same size as well.
Okay. I love all the definition on that, all the different swirls on that. That one's really pretty. I thought I was going to do something much bigger. I did. This is the hardest part, I think.
It is, yeah.
I really do think it's the hardest part.
No, because it's gonna definitely like dress the notebook.
It does, and it's just
like
like,
the last little
do you
things
like
and-
that?
Me?
Yeah.
I think it's really, really nice.
Okay. I'm
That's-
feeling good about this one.
Yeah, and I think you have the white. It gives like a little touch, also with this.
Okay, that one is I'm set on. The little red one I am struggling with. As you can tell, I prepared for this one.
Yeah, you know the small one, maybe, but you can always add, the astro signs, just like this on the card.
That's pretty.
It's gonna be gold, very gold, with the engraving here in gold, La Dolce Vita.
Yeah.
But that's for me really nice, just like this, very precious. And this is your small one, also it's very you
Yes.
in Italy.
It's true.
So that's very like more
We're going to
personal.
Italy in September.
Really?
Yes. So
Where in
that's. I think we're going to go to Rome, which I
Okay.
haven't been to Rome yet,
Yeah.
but and we're going to visit where our families are from
Okay.
outside of Rome. That was
Amazing.
initially what we were going to do for our
Yeah.
anniversary, and then this was
And
like
then-
a bonus trip. So that's
Oh,
why
cool.
this will be my little Italian book. I
Yeah.
can bring this with me to Italy.
And that can be an option.
That is nice.
That's something, if you don't find anything to put like in the middle, I know that those, they go really well.
That's really classy. I like that.
Yeah?
I do like that. The brown pops a little bit more. But if I did this, I just wanted that and this. I think that's. I'm gonna
You
wait.
can, yeah, wait. And
I'm
you
gonna-
can always like swap.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. So okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do that. Okay.
So with the brown or the Bordeaux? I think like the Bordeaux, it's a little more intense with the Bordeaux, for me.
You like the brown?
I kind of like the brown. It gives like,
Softens it a
Yeah.
little.
it cuts also with the gold for me. The gold is
Goes with the
very-
gold. Okay. I do love it. I think it'll be beautiful.
Your followers are gonna like say like, oh, I would have picked this. I would have picked this.
Nope, I like that. I think the brown is nice, and then we'll do the burgundy over here.
Contrast with the brown here, Bordeaux here, Bordeaux here.
That's very nice. Okay. We're
Arrive
good.
to something nice.
Yes.
You can watch them one by one. So this one is gonna be like this. The little horn on the side. And
Dolce
here,
Vita.
La Dolce Vita.
That's fun.
Really nice.
I like that. Okay.
So you're gonna do like this
Mhm.
with your initials here, the 3 on the side, the portfolio, and inside you have the date.
Anniversary date. Yes.
Perfect.
Absolutely beautiful. Okay. How long have you been in business?
The shop has been open for like 5 years.
Wow.
Also, and
Wow.
the brand around 7, 8.
I saw one video that was 7 years old, and I couldn't
Yeah.
believe. I have a woman I follow on Instagram,
Yeah.
and that was the first I had ever heard about it, like about a month
Really?
ago. Yes.
Oh wow.
Because she went to the pop-up in New York. She's from
Oh,
Brooklyn,
yes.
so she went to the pop-up, and then I was like, oh my gosh, okay,
So we might get them ready for tomorrow.
that's fine.
Okay.
That is fine. Yes.
I'm gonna find the leather,
Hmm.
and then I'm gonna tomorrow morning we'll like put everything, the engraving and everything
Okay.
together.
That sounds
Okay.
wonderful. I will come back tomorrow,
Sure.
Thank you so much. Okay, so it's time for the unveiling. I did go into the shop the following day. I had a wonderful experience picking up my items, but the shop was very busy. There was a line out the door and I just didn't want to take up a lot of their time filming. It's been about 5 days since I got my notebooks and I've been in them every single day, enjoying them so much. So what you're going to see now is an overhead. Back at home, I'm going to show you exactly how I'm using them, how they function with my fountain pens, recommendations for getting more inserts in the Honore, all sorts of good stuff. So I hope you're enjoying this. I'm sorry it's such a long video, but hopefully it is worth your time. I appreciate you being here. I am going to start with my Ernest because that one is pretty straightforward. And of course, like everybody sees, I got the newsletter. I think I'm going to cut this up and include some of the great images in my notebooks, in particular for my Paris trip. I want to cut out some of these. It is written in English and in French, which is really nice. And I think it's a beautiful publication. So I'm really excited to dig into that. And then I also ordered one extra notebook and I kind of wish I had gotten more because I am enjoying their notebooks. I think this is just the plain. I want to order the black maybe with my next order. Okay, so we'll put this to the side. This was the only bag available, but it's 100% what I would have picked for my Ernest in red. Here we go. I'm so excited that I ended up getting the Ernest in. You could see me struggling a little bit because I wasn't anticipating getting this. Look at how gorgeous this is. Oh my gosh, this one's very simple. I haven't really decked this out yet because as I mentioned, we're going to Italy in September and I want to source some of my own charms. I'm happy that we made the move on my Cancer charm from the Honore to this. It feels nice and personal, and my little Italian horn to ward off the evil eye, and we'll find something for these others. But it's just simple, gorgeous. I'm loving the size. La Dolce Vita. I feel very blessed. I was thinking about doing some gratitude stuff in here. When I'm on the go, it's just kind of an easy thing to jot down. I did go with the brown cord. Very happy with that decision as well. I did end up putting my Colotino fountain pen. You can buy this at Top Drawer or at Atlas. I love my Tino. And I also have it in a raw brass, which is also beautiful, but it fits so nicely there. I did want to just show you, I have the Mont Blanc Baby, which also fits very nicely. What I'm noticing is that their elastic works really well. It has a lot of stretch to it, but I find that the cigar-shaped pens just glide in a little bit easier than anything with like a flat bottom. So this is the Esterbrook Model J, and I've been loving this pen, and I feel like it really goes with the vibe of my Honore Louise Carmen, but the flat bottom is a little bit difficult to get through here. So I've been noticing that the cigar shape fits in great, and this Mont Blanc is fantastic in here as well, especially with the red on the cap, but that one was out of ink. So this is also a flat bottom, basically, on the Kaweco, and it is a little bit more challenging to get in. But because this is a pocket-sized pen, it's slightly easier, but still a little bit of a challenge. But I love this pen in here because it's chocolate brown, and it kind of matches my thing here. So these are probably the three main pens that I would use in my Ernest, but I did want to bring over like just a size like this. This is the Pelican M200, and I think it would also work very well with like a Sailor Pro Gear Slim. Any of those smaller pens that are borderline pocket but not really pocket would work as well. But then you just have to watch when you close it because it takes up some space on the side there. You might want to put your little clip up and save a little bit. Some people do their flap this way. This is the intended way, but you can see how much less space I have when I use just this little bit of a larger pen. I also have my portfolio in here as well, so that takes up some space, but generally I am loving this. I've been throwing this in my bag, using this as my wallet right now. I did end up getting this. I was wavering back and forth on this, and I just love this insert so much. I had to have it. It has the Louise Carmen stamp, made in France with Paris and the little flag here to match the little Paris flag over here, which I think is such a nice touch. I'm just using this right now for notes, nothing too important, but this could be really wonderful for gratitude. I have my credit cards in here. This is also a spot for a pen, but my size pens just don't fit in there, and I don't know what I'm going to use this for. I don't want to stretch it out. Let me know if you have the Ernest, what you're using in this little spot here. I just love the practicality of it, using it as a wallet. And I have a little section in here. I have a gift card in there right now, but I love the zip. Just beautiful. And then this is just plain. What's interesting about this, and I don't know if this is the same on the larger side, is this paper is perforated here. So you can rip pages out if you need to, but really nice. And I love that the Ernest has this back pocket like the Honore, because I was able to put my passport in here while I was traveling. And this is, again, another little gift card. You can fit all sorts of things in that pocket, but the passport was great for me because I was just traveling. That goes in, no problem. Yeah, see how this kind of tucks under a little bit better? Like this pen kind of stuck out a bit. So the Tino is really gorgeous, and I just think it goes so nicely with this. So that is all for my Ernest. Very simple, very beautiful. I am so happy that I have a red Louise Carmen, because as much as I love my neutral colors, I just feel like the red had to come home with me. I have a red Gucci bag that I got when I was in Italy. It's very simple crossbody, and I travel with it all the time. I actually brought it with me on this trip because it goes with all of my neutral tans and beiges and blacks and browns. I love it. So that is the Ernest. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing to take home with me from Paris. I feel very lucky. So here we go with this. I'm going to move these pens out of the way here. Here's my biggie, and I have been using this pen here, but I have it on the side right now. So for my Honore, this is the leather shop that I went to purchase leather to make my DIYs, which I'll show you really briefly at the end of this video. This is super chunky because I added some stuff to this. So the Honore, as Andrea mentioned, fits 4 inserts. The road book fits 6, and the organizer, I think, was just 1 or 2. So I knew I wanted the Honore. However, I ended up adding a couple more notebooks. So my biggest issue is I tend to walk around my house with 100 notebooks. I'm exaggerating, but I usually have my morning pages. I have my doodle pages that I'm just like scribbling on something. I'll have my planner, and I will often have my ink journal. So it's lots of books. So I wanted to use this system so that I could fit several books in here. So I will explain to you what is in here. So let's look at it. Oh, she's just delicious. I love the brown so much. In the video, I put on the screen what the brown was called. I have a really hard time with the pronunciation, but I love this floral bag with this because I did get the Liberty insert, which I'm in love with. I ended up going with the burgundy, or what did he call it? The Bordeaux elastic. This is the closure on the back. I do find when I write on a desk and I open this up, it clunks down. I'm typically journaling like on the couch or with a pillow on my lap or something, so it's not the biggest deal. But when I'm at my desk, I find I'm kind of like pulling it over to the side so it doesn't hit. So when I did my DIY, I did do the elastic on the side, which I will show you. Okay, these are my gorgeous charms. Love them so much. Because this was my anniversary, I'll go over it again. I'll be really quick. This is a 30th anniversary gift, so I did it as my theme. Eiffel Tower, because we were there on the 25th in that crazy, crazy storm in Paris. If you heard about that storm or were there for the storm, comment below. It was like nothing I've ever seen. It was crazy, but it was also so memorable. And we were across the street from the Eiffel Tower when it happened. The heart for love, I really liked that this was like a little off center. It wasn't like a perfect shape heart, and it has some texture to it. So I really love that. And it was like a medium size. And then I got my little disc with an L. This is Mother of Pearl. And for your 30th wedding anniversary, the theme is pearl. So I thought that was great. And I got the L for Lori, for love. It just worked. I absolutely love how these work together. The front stone, as much as I love the look of it, it wasn't what this is exactly what I wanted when I was previewing. However, it's a little bit smaller and it is definitely scratching up the back, which I think is meant to happen. I know so many people are like, oh, I love the patina, but actually, if I'm being totally honest, like I love how it looked when it was absolutely perfect. I feel like once it's on the other side and it's totally shiny and patinaed, it will just feel great. It smells so delicious. I wish you could smell this leather. It's beautiful. I'm gonna be okay as it transitions over, but I loved the new feel of it. There's this little mark on the back here, but it's all becoming mine, right? That's how this goes. So the elastic comes off this way. There's my initial LAT. If you noticed in the video with Andrea, I had asked for it to be on the side here. So the LAT this way, and that's how we had talked about it. And funny enough, I went home and I was partly regretting that choice because I just watched so many videos and this is just such the classic spot for it. And then when I got there, it was here. There was a part of me that was like, okay, that was actually a mistake, but I think it was meant to be. I was literally at home afterwards saying, I wonder if I should have done it here at the bottom. Let me know what your preference is. But I am 1000% happy with it right here. But we had planned for it to be on the side. And here is my anniversary, 062595 with a heart. I didn't want any dashes. I wanted it very simple. I would have even been okay with no spacing and just made it a little more cryptic for me. But I love how this looks. And I was contemplating putting 30 afterwards, which I think I may have edited out of the video. I'm happy I did not do the 30. I can always go back and do it, but it was my anniversary, very special. I wanted that on the inside because it's a little bit more private, but you know, you see people closing these in a multitude of different ways. Like I think that's a pretty look when you put the portfolio on the outside. However you want to do it is beautiful. Well, let's look inside. This is the Liberté portfolio. This leather is unique, as Andrea mentioned. I loved how this complemented the bag. I'm so happy with this choice. Even though I wanted the red, this was like just gorgeous with this brown. I actually think the contrast of this looks better than the crimson red that I have on the inside of this. I just loved that portfolio so much and it's hard to get. I think that red insert would look beautiful with a black notebook. I'm making a black one for myself and eventually I'll get that portfolio. So here we go. I just put a couple things in here. Monsieur Bleu is the restaurant we went to for our anniversary. This is a replacement cord. So when you leave Louise Carmen, they give you one extra replacement cord. So I'm not sure which one this is. We can open it together. I have one for my Honore and one for my my smaller book. So this is for the band that goes around. So it's pre-cut. If the elastic band wears, you have a replacement. This is a 1 millimeter cord, I believe. And I've been doing my research because I've been ordering my own supplies for my DIY stuff. I like to always give different price points for things. And this is definitely an investment piece. But I had so much fun making my own that if that is an option for you, I'm going to have a lot of content about that too. This is my JetBlue flight to Amsterdam. Okay, so over here, I'm using this insert for my morning pages. If you've been following me for a while, you know I have been so loyal to the Leutrim A5 notebook. This is what I typically use for my morning pages. Call it my morning therapy. I just write in different colored inks with different fountain pens every day. So this was what I was the most concerned about because this is such a consistent part of the way I do things. I wasn't sure if I was going to like using it in here, but I am on day 3 and very happy. I noticed that I'm writing smaller, so I'm just doing one page. The Louise Carmen paper has done very well with my fountain pen ink. I'm able to write on both sides of the page. This is working out great for me. It does have a little section here where you can write the date. And this is the dot grid. This is that particular insert. Here is a little card you get from Louise Carmen when you purchase your stuff. I don't know if there's words on the back. Yeah, it shows you how to tie your thing on. But I just thought that was a gorgeous image. So I just used some washi tape with similar color in the florals to tack this down. Now this is a moleskin insert, and this does not hold up as well. You can see on the back side here all the pretty serious ghosting and even like a little bleed through. However, what I was doing with my morning pages recently is I would write my thoughts and then I would kind of go right into a to-do list. And I didn't love that, but that was kind of what was on my mind in the morning. I would do whatever my thoughts were for morning pages. And then I was like, okay, what do I have to do today? And I would shift right into a to-do list. Here's my stuff for the day. And then over here today, and I broke down what I needed to do. So what I've basically done is I've shifted that to this notebook and made this my to-do list. And all I'm going to do with the moleskin, because it's not working, is I'm just going to write on one side of the page. I knew that was a risk going in because moleskin paper can be super unpredictable, but I do love the insert. I love the color of the paper. I'm just going to write on one side. If this proves to be too expensive, I can switch to something else because I have another insert in here I'm going to share with you. So we have morning pages, to do. This is the other side of the portfolio. I ended up putting a Sailor Pro Gear in here. This is my Every Rose Has Its Thorn. I thought the blue was beautiful. This has a flat bottom, but this goes in. It's not bad. It pops right in there. My Aurora 88 was fantastic. A lot of people have like Esterbrook Estes, which I also love. These go in really easy, and the Coffee Monsters Co. goes nicely here. But the pen that I've been loving and using so much and loved with this particular notebook is the Old Fashioned, the Model J Old Fashioned. It's just so classy. And this is what I've been using a ton, but this is having a hard time over there. I was able to get it on this elastic. So you have two elastics, because if you get the portfolio, it comes with one. You saw earlier in the video, I put a Scribo Ladata in here, a Scribo Feel, which is like one of the chunkiest pens I have, and they all go in. But I do think if it's a cigar shape at the bottom, you're going to have a little bit of an easier time. So I don't have anything here yet. This is going to be for content creation. So I just did my logo for Lori's Boston Found. I don't really have a logo for Time with Tata, and I'm actually thinking of rebranding to Lori and Tata or Lori Tata. Anyways, I just put my logo for Lori's Boston Found, but on this insert, I'm going to include content ideas, brand deals, like deadlines, stuff like that. And the way that I was able to add extra notebooks was I did the old jump band trick that I learned with my Traveler's Notebook. This is just an elastic from Traveler's Notebook that is meant for this purpose. You put it in the center of two notebooks through the center seam on both ones, and you attach them like so. And then you slide it under one of your other things. So this is the Louise Carmen To Do, which is like their planner, which I also got as an insert. And I just slid this right in. So even though I did not get the road book, I was still able to have multiple inserts, but they're all thin inserts in here. I very much avoided putting like thicker notebooks like this in because that hard binding takes up a lot of space. And obviously, the beauty of this is that it's so modular. I can shift it around. Yeah, that clunking on the back kind of drives me crazy, so I don't want it to get messed up. So I'm going to put the soft bag underneath. So anyways, that is my content planner here. This is the to-do list, which I'm so excited about this. I don't have my planner up here with me, but the way that they broke this down is literally exactly how I do my week's pages in my Sterling Ink B6. And I came up with it on my own, except instead of this being like divided here, I just do a highlighter across the bottom of the notebook because I was finding that I would do like to-dos under here, and I would do like timed appointments above. over here, I would do like things that are due this week. And then under here, I would do orders. Like this is exactly the format that I was using for my week at a glance. I'm still using that planner. I'm not ready to abandon that. It doesn't fit great in here. It's smaller, but it's really, really chunky. So I'm not sure what the future holds for that notebook if I really embrace this system like I feel like I'm going to. But in the meantime, this is undated. So like I can do this on a week-to-week basis. I just wanted to break it in and write some stuff down here. But I was amazed that the breakdown of the Louise Carmen to-do kind of week at a glance was exactly how I broke mine down naturally in my other notebook. So that was just a win. Okay, so this goes mostly towards the end, and then you have a few blank pages at the back of the notebook. And then lastly, what's in here is just a doodle notebook. This is the insert from Muji, which is a notebook store that I go to. I did a review on these inserts because they are like $3.90. This is actually upside down, but this is just where I'm going to scribble and not worry about anything. I was testing out some new ink from Shanghai Stationery that I got when I was in Amsterdam. This is my cheapest insert, but I absolutely need doodle stuff. I can do ink samples here because this is not my ink journal, but I'm always doing ink samples. So I just figure I would make it official, make it a doodle notebook. That way I have all of these inserts. Here's my portfolio. This is my morning pages, my to-do list separately. So my to-do list is actually an actual to-do list. Louise Carmen's to-do list is more like a weekly planner. So morning pages, to-do list, backside of my portfolio, content creation for Lori's Boston Found and Time with Tata, to-do list from Louise Carmen, aka Week at a Glance for me, weekly planner, and then doodles. So that's 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to include the portfolio as an insert, so to speak. 4. So that's 5 inserts that I have plus my portfolio. And it closes up so beautifully. What I love about all of this, as mentioned, is how customizable it is and personal. Louise Carmen was absolutely fantastic. Andrea was amazing. I thought it was so nice that they took all that time to meet with me after the shop closed. I went back the next day. Everything was waiting for me and beautiful. So big thank you to Louise Carmen. This video is not sponsored by them, but I just wanted to be transparent. I did not know this until I checked out, but they did give me a 30% discount. And so I very much appreciate that. But everything I'm telling you is truthful in my own thoughts. But that was very nice. And when he told me that at the end, I had no idea I was getting a discount. So that was when I decided to add on the portfolio here, because I think it was an additional 110 for this. So that was what the deciding factor was for me. I'm so excited about this new system. I have a Paper Republic Grand Voyager on order because I do want to do all sorts of comparisons here and on TikTok. So let me know if there are any particular notebooks you would like to see a comparison on. And I just want to quickly show you the one that I made on my own. So I did go buy leather. This was a leather scrap. So this is much more flimsy. I actually love the leather here. A lot of people say it's flimsy. It's perfect to me. I absolutely love it. I don't have Paper Republic to compare it to. I may enjoy that as well, but I love the Louise Carmen so much. I also love the trifold because I feel like when I travel with it, nothing's exposed, you know? So this I did a little bit wider because I wanted it to be for an A5 size. I just used Traveler's Notebooks elastics that I had at home, and it wasn't enough to do all 3. I actually designed this one like the road book because obviously I'm not going to have the pocket on the side. This was from an old necklace from, what was the company here? Leah Sophia. If anyone is of a certain age, they might remember Leah Sophia parties. I did do this on the side. I feel like I could have done it a little bit higher. I did a template for myself. These are also A5 slim notebooks, but I created it so that I could do A5 in here because I have so many A5 notebooks. Let me take these out. Again, I'm not going to go into too much, but I will show you what it looks like. You can see that I was very inexperienced doing this, but I ordered the grommet kit. These are all my things, but see how it's puckering, which you kind of want it to do, because you want a little bit of tension, but because the leather is so soft, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of leather. But I also got a black remnant that I'm going to create. I actually already started that today, and I'm ordering a bunch of new cords so I can do all one color. The pattern was super easy. There are so many tutorials online. We'll talk more about it, but that is where I'm at. My Louise Carmen. Oh gosh, these are just beautiful. So thank you again to Louise Carmen for being so welcoming. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, if you've invested in a Louise Carmen yet, what your thoughts are, if you've gone the Paper Republic route, if you're a crazy person like me and you want them all, if you've done a DIY, I want to hear all about it. You can follow me over on TikTok. I'm there under Lori and Tata. I'm mostly posting Louise Carmen content over there. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will see you back soon in another video. Thanks so much.